Hello, friends. I recently heard a sermon which said Luke's gospel was reliable because he was an eyewitness to the events he recorded. According to this preacher, even events he couldn't have been at, like the temptation in the wilderness, were told to him by Jesus. There are a number of problems with these claims. For example, no reputable scholar believes Luke was an eyewitness. That's because Luke himself says that he compiled testimony and stories he heard from eyewitnesses. Then there's the problem with eyewitness testimony itself, which is notoriously problematic and even often unreliable. But the biggest problem with this approach is it's predicated on the notion that if we can't prove Scripture to be actually, factually true, it's no good. Of course, the Gospel of Luke, like all the Gospels, is neither history nor biography. It's what scholars call kerygma, a Greek word meaning proclamation. And so it's a declaration that Jesus is someone to be encountered, which I think is more compelling than Jesus being someone to be believed. But that's what Christianity's become, something to be believed rather than experienced, and obeyed rather than embraced. Maybe that's because we've not encountered Christ, not really. Sure, we say we encounter him in prayer and through the sacraments, but I wonder if those encounters aren't, most of the time, for most of us, little more than abstractions. I say that because all too often we forget that the whole point of our faith is that it's incarnational. It's embodied, which means it must be lived out to be seen to be what we claim it is. It's like when I met my spouse. I wrote to all sorts of people that I'd met someone, that he was lovely, that he was the one, as you do in these situations. And it's not like there was any reason to disbelieve what I was saying, but it's only when people meet the love of your life and see how you move through the world differently, how being in love has transformed you, that your relationship becomes real for them. You see, our life is a kerygma about the things we value and the people we love. And that goes for our life of faith, too. Didn't Nietzsche say something to the effect that he'd believe in redemption if Christians looked a little more redeemed? Maybe folks would try to live like Jesus if we did a better job doing the same, by showing how our lives have been transformed by him. That might even prove that eyewitness testimony truly is reliable.